is an optimist?
A person who does a crossword puzzle in ink.
Correct. Pay that man $8. What do they call the inhabitants of Egypt?
People.
Correct. Pay that man $9 because...
It pays to be ignorant. A zany half hour with those masters of insanity, Harry McNaughton, George Shelton, the nail-up girl Lulu McConnell, and featuring Doc Novik's orchestra. But now, here's the man who proves it pays to be ignorant, Tom Howard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here we are again with that quiz program that has done more for the morale of morons than anything else yet discovered. We have a board of experts who are so dumb they think a feather bed is something for feathers to sleep in. My lawyer tells me you can't sue me for introducing them to you, so here goes. First, we have the celebrated author, Mr. Harry McNaughton, who has just written a book entitled Variety in Your Diet, or Everything Comes to Him Who Orders Hash. But here he is, Mr. Harry McNaughton.
I have a poem, Mr. Howard.
I see.
Yes, there was a young lady from Guam who said, now that the ocean is calm, I will swim for a lark, but she met up with a shark. We will now sing the 90th Psalm.
Fine, Mr. McNaughton.
You'll never guess what the shark said when he saw her.
I'll bite.
Oh, how did you know?
All right. I have a finny way of knowing those things. Next, we have a woman who is so big she has to whistle at grade crossings. A woman with a map only Rand McNally could love, Miss Lulu McConnell.
Did I tell you about my friend, Mrs. Lawrence?
No, I'm not interested.
Well, she has a new baby, and what do you think? She's not satisfied with it.
No?
She's going to trade it in.
No, wait, that's silly.
Well, I was over there the other day. She asked me to excuse her, said she had to change the baby.
Miss McConnell, till I met you, I thought insulin was the latest dope. Let's get on here. Next, we have a man who is so ignorant he saves burnout light bulbs so he can use them during a blackout. A man who locked his father in the icebox last week because he wanted cold pop. Here he is. There he is, Mr. George Shelton.
Say, did I tell you, Mr. Howard, we have an aviator stopping over at our boarding house now?
An aviator?
Yeah, an aviator. And boy, can that aviator eat. Mm-hmm. You know, he ate 12 eggs for breakfast this morning.
Okay. 12 eggs for breakfast?
Yeah.
My word, what does your landlady say?
Oh, she just says, out of the frying pan, into the flyer.
Into the flyer. Please, there must be another way of making a living. Okay, well, here is the first question. Now, see if we can have a miracle this evening by someone of you answering it. Here it is. I will have Dr. Novik play a few bars of a very popular song. In this song, there is mentioned a certain time of day. See if you can tell me the time of day that is mentioned in the song. Can we have the song, Dr. Novik? Thank you, Dr. Novik. Now, folks, what time of day is that song about? Would you know, Mr. McNaughton? Would you know?
I'm afraid not.
No. You heard the song, didn't you?
Oh, yes, but I didn't hear the words. They didn't play the words.
Oh, they didn't play the words.
What key was it in?
What difference does that make?
Makes a lot of difference. We got to have the right key in order to get in the right flat.
Naturally.
Okay. You almost tripped over the door getting into the flat there.
Well, it was locked.
Okay.
You had the bolt on it.
Miss McConnell, do you know what day was mentioned in that song?
No, I don't.
All right. Look, I'll give you a hint. The song's from Oklahoma.
I'm sorry, but I don't know anybody in Oklahoma. In fact, I've never been there.
Okay, look, please, you nitwits. I mean the show, Oklahoma.
Oh, I'd love to see that show if I could only get the tickets.
Oh, you can get tickets. My brother-in-law got 2 tickets for Oklahoma last week.
Oh, he did really? Where'd he get them?
Pennsylvania Station.
Pennsylvania Station. Okay. Will you please try and answer the question? Will you please try and answer the question?
What key was it in?
All right. Mr. Novik, what key did you play that in? What key was it?
That was in the key of E.
Sound like L to me.
Wait a minute, please. I tell you what we do, it might help them out. I hate to annoy you, Dr. Novick. Well, you play the song just once again. Okay, that'll do. Thank you. Now, what time of day is that song about?
Mr. Howard, is it daylight saving time or railroad time?
Mr. McNaughton, how much would you charge to curdle a glass of milk? Please.
Would you like me to sing the song, Mr. Howard?
What's that?
I said, would you like me to sing the song?
It shouldn't happen to a dog. What do you mean, you...
Is that so? I was quite a singer in my day.
I see.
I remember the time I sang in Richmond.
So that's what started the Civil War.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Why, I sang the pipes of Pan.
You sang the pipes of Pan?
Yeah.
Well, if your pipes are as bad as your pan, I don't want to hear the song.
Hey, no, Mr. Howard, I used to be quite a singer, yes.
You were?
I joined a trio once.
You did? What happened?
It became a quartet.
Big
You know, I used to tour with Nelson Eddy.
What did you do with Nelson Eddy?
Let it go.
Nelson Eddy.
What did I do with Nelson Eddy?
Yeah.
Remember his shortening bread? Well, I used to put the raisins in it.
Yeah. Mr. Sheldon, I wish you'd put teeth in Miss McConnell there.
I made a lot of dough on that.
Okay. We've invited one or two guests from the studio audience this evening. Now, we've invited them up here on the stage here. They can ask the experts a question. If they get an intelligent answer, we give them half interest in General Motors. If they don't, we just give them a handful of ice cubes. Who have we first tonight, Mr. Roberts?
Well, first, Mr. Howard, we have Private First Class Harvey Nybloom of the United States Army.
Good boy, Harvey. How do you do, Harvey? It's a pleasure to have you with us. I must say you're a fine-looking soldier. It certainly is an honor that you come up here and face these three nitwits. Where is your hometown? Would you care to tell us?
Yeah, I come from Shrew Lake, New York.
Shrew Lake, New York. Oh, yes. I'll drop in sometime. I'm up that way.
Yeah, Shrew Lake, New York.
Yeah.
Well, run me down and call me a heel.
All right.
No, that's about... I used to work in that town, Mr. Howard.
I
was a taxidermist in a voting booth.
You were a taxidermist in a voting booth?
I used to stuff ballots.
Get on there. Pay them no heed, Private Nublin. We're very... What are you doing here in New York? Would you care to tell us?
I'm stationed up here, Fort Slocum.
Oh, at Fort Slocum. Good. What did you do before you entered the service?
I was studying Juilliard Institute of Musical Arts.
Oh, you were at the Juilliard School of Music. What did you study there?
Music.
Music. Get my mouth shut there. Well, we are certainly glad to have you with us. I suppose you're going back to music after the war.
I hope so.
And I wish you all the success in the world. I hope you have a very, very successful career.
You know, Harvey, I was in the last war, yes. And I remember our general so well. Right on the eve of one of our biggest battles, he was taking care of his sick.
Oh, what a shame.
Yes.
What made him sick?
Oh, things in general.
Things. Yes, McDonald, you should be ashamed of yourself. Well, let's get on here. As I said before, we're very, very happy to have you with us.
Yeah, what's your first name, honey?
Harvey.
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 Well, you can just call me Evening Star.
Yeah.
I come out at night.
Yeah, and you're always lit up, I might add there.
Why don't you dry up, you old leaky faucet?
All right, Harvey, you could do us a favor here, if you will. Will you reach into the dunce cap there and pick out a question? Any question you get a hold of? And would you be kind enough to read it for us, please?
What river is shown in the famous picture of Washington crossing the Delaware?
Please, no help from the audience, please. What river is shown in the picture of Washington crossing the Delaware?
Mr. Howard, who painted the picture?
Now, I really don't know.
Well, can you show us the picture?
Look, please, you don't have to see the picture.
Well, how do you like that? He expects us to tell us what river's shown in the picture and you don't want to even show us the picture.
Oh, how base, how utterly base.
Boy, you're on third base now. Now steal home.
Look, you don't have to see the picture to know what river it is. The picture shows George Washington crossing the Delaware. Now, what river is showing in that picture?
Is the picture an oil painting, Mr. Howard?
Well, it could be an oil painting.
I was done in oil once.
Yeah. So are sardines.
Hey, you know, Mr. Howard, speaking of paintings, I'm a bit of an artist myself. I have a painting in the art museum right now.
Now, wait a minute. You have a painting in the art museum right now?
Yes, right as you go in the door to the left.
Yeah, what's the title of it?
No smoking.
No.
Oh, I saw that, but it didn't say positively.
No. Well, you see, I ran out of paint.
You ran out of paint.
Couldn't finish it.
Okay, let's get on here. We're talking...
While you're on the subject of art, Mr. Howard, have you seen any of my work?
Yeah? What did you ever paint?
What did I ever paint? Did you see that picture of Whistler's mother in the art museum?
Oh, Mr. Sheldon, you didn't paint Whistler's mother.
No, but I painted the chair she's sitting on.
Yeah.
And I think I did a pretty nifty job.
Yeah,
of
it was
if
a
you
nice
ask me.
job.
With that 10-cent paint.
Yeah, you done a good job. Let's get back to the question here. What river is shown in the picture of Washington crossing the Delaware?
Did you know it only took Washington 10 minutes to cross the Delaware?
How did you know?
She was rowing the boat.
I was not. I was at a dance in Trenton that night.
Oh, Look, you've all seen the picture in history books. What's the matter with your memories here?
There's nothing the matter with my memory.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful memory.
Okay.
When I was 8 years old, I could name all the presidents.
Miss McConnell, when you were 8 years old, we only had 2 presidents.